Hi darlings, talking about love in this video. Loving your artwork is the name of this video, and it's a very sensitive topic for artists because how many times have you hated your artwork? How many artists do you know that are always unsatisfied by their artwork and they always critique it? Well, if you're here for me to tell you, to boost your ego and to tell you that your artwork is awesome, it is not. If you think it's crappy, it is crappy. But here is why. Not because you don't have talent, not because you don't have skills. It is because of the energy you put into your artwork. It's all about energy. And it all starts from you as an artist, any kind of artist, whatever your craft may be. You think that by criticizing and always trying to do more and being unsatisfied is gonna help you grow. That is not true. By doing that, you are belittling yourself and you are not valuing your artwork. If you don't value your artwork, other people will not value your artwork. Thus, starving artists are everywhere. Right? Okay, so going backwards just a little bit. I was saying, just give me a sec. Give me 2 more secs. Okay, I was talking energy. You are not valuing your artwork. By having this energy, the artwork that you create is not gonna ever be good enough because you have this mindset even if you are conscious about it or you're not. You have it already. And any kind of artwork that you do is not gonna be good enough. There can always be better. If this is the way you think, that's how life is gonna be. And that's how your artwork is gonna turn out. And this is an energy where you do not master your work. It's not about skills because you know that it's not about, no matter how much you practice and you learn more and develop your skills, you are still going to be unsatisfied. That's a fucking mindset because it's all about the energy. It's an energy way of approaching this. And it's not only this, it's approaching life, but we're not going to actually get into that because the way you handle your artwork is the way you handle life. What I want you to understand is that being critic of yourself is not the way to grow. You can look objectively without getting triggered, without belittling yourself. You can objectively notice things that you can improve. Yes, you can do that. But when we are talking about artwork, talent, style, which is a pure expression of yourself, we are not talking about a rational process. It's energetic, but it's a feeling-based process. It's an expression. It's not something that you rationalize if you are doing it right. So then, rationalizing the end result is crap. You cannot rationalize something that is feeling-based. When you do an artwork, it's not about being perfect. It's that if that's how you see it, that's a wrong approach from the start. It's not about being perfect. Perfect isn't even a thing, because it's very subjective. But it's about trusting your skill in such a way. And it's not even the skill. It's not about how much you've drawn or you've worked on that craft your whole life. It's not about that. The skill comes from how true you are to your talent. And it's about just expressing it and trusting this artistry of yours so much that you know that it's turning out perfectly the way it should turn out, no matter what. That doesn't mean that you settle for less. You go until you work at it, until you, I will say, are satisfied with it. You are not satisfied. When you work with talent in a pure way and not a rational way, you know when the artwork is done. You ditch the fucking perfectionism. I want to say perfectionism. You ditch the fucking perfectionism. It's not about tinkering at it until you die, because we evolve every day and we can work on something our whole lives, because each day we will have a somewhat different perspective on that particular thing, and we will see, no, when you work purely with talent, with your craft, you know when it's done. And it's not settling. It can look unfinished to other people, but for you, you know. You just fucking know that this is done and this is perfect exactly how it is. This is what this piece was meant to be, and that's it. You admire it, you love it, you fucking fall in love with it. I fall in love with my artwork all the fucking time. And then you move on. You don't even let the fear of not being able to do something as gorgeous again, because there is no process. The artwork process has no process. It's magic, and magic requires you to stay open to inspiration, and that's it. And follow the inspiration. And just allow it to come through you. And another piece can look in a totally different way. You are not attached to any kind of outcome. That's so fucking important. I think I wrote this down. Just give me a sec. Yeah, I didn't really write it, but there was a why here. So why you don't love your artwork? It is because you are attached to a certain outcome. And you are also attached to, we've learned that learning how to draw. Now I'm talking about drawing, but again, it can be with anything. If you, I don't know, do woodworking, sculptures, whatever, even cooking, you are, and many other, obviously, you are taught to kind of imitate something, and that's how you kind of measure your skill, by imitating a real life thing that already exists and see how close you can get to that. And that's how kind of you appreciate and value, are you good enough or not? That's fucking bullshit. That's not the way to do it. And because you have this way of thinking and those expectations, and you want it to look in a certain way, but the certain way is not the real way that you want it to look. It comes from shadow. It's just a fucking lie, because it's a conditioning from society that it has to look a certain way. So you're attached to an outcome that it's not even true to yourself. And that's where the disappointment is, and the criticism, and because your style and what you want to express and what society thinks that is good are not the same fucking thing, are way apart, and they just argue all the time. There's a conflict inside of you, and that's why artwork comes out crappy. Does this make sense? So if you want people to love your artwork, don't give a shit if they love your artwork. Just give a shit for you to love your artwork. Fucking fall in love with each and every one of your pieces. And know that when you start, no matter how hard you start, no matter how hard it is for you to continue, sometimes continuing is harder than starting, and sometimes it's even harder to finish a piece. No matter how hard it may be, trust yourself and don't give up on it until you know it's finished and it's exactly what you wanted it to be and you fall in love with it. But until you get there, know what it is that you want. Get yourself detached from all the shadow on and all the expectation of what you need it to be based on exterior opinions. In order to do that, you have to kill your shadows. You have to identify your fears related to your talent and your craft and all your insecurities. And darlings, I can help you do that. The way to do it is by trusting yourself. Trusting yourself. And I can help you get in touch with you, get in touch with your talent. I have a Facebook group which is free and it's called Talent is Your Mistress. Talent oftentimes feels like cheating, but the good kind. And learn more practically and have more access to me in exercising, not the right word, exploring and getting connected to your talent, letting your talent lead the way in finding your style, in going over creative blocks, in finding your true message, your true talent. Because it's likely that you are actually killing your talent through what you're going through. The classic way of expanding your talent is actually killing your talent. But that's another video called Hard Work is Killing Your Talent. So make sure to check that out. So if you want more information on this, get into the Facebook group Talent is Your Mistress or contact me for details to work with me one-on-one. See you on another video. Bye.